Anderlini-D'Onofrio, or doctor. She's a PhD. And would you like to come out front, or are you going to be giving your presentation from there?
I think I can.
From there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's very exciting to be here at this world's first symposium about what ecosexuality is. We are all going to discover, we are all about to discover as we synergize our minds and our bodies here and our spirits today. And so here I have a few notes that I'm going to read very ecologically on my iPod here, if it helps me. Yes. So we are thinking about, you know, mother lover. Can your mother be also your lover? And when that is the earth, what does that give, right? Okay. So if we think of nature as evil, then we get this impulse to control it. And that really has been the basis of the Western mentality in the past 300 years at least, or perhaps longer. And that's what got us to global warming, so that we become so afraid that we actually cause our own doom out of just trying to control something that is more powerful than we are, because life per se is more powerful than any species, and that's the only way that life can preserve itself. So then we have the environmentalist movement that says that nature is actually like a mother, and she's very nice, she's like a good old woman, and we must save her. Oh well, you know, I'm a grandmother and I don't really like to be treated like somebody who must be saved. So then we want to make the environmentalist movement a little more sexy, and so we think of Earth as mother, and that as lover, and that indeed makes ecology sound like fun. And in this transition, for me, it's important to talk about the concept of Gaia, because that is a concept that exists in mythology. One of the ancient Greek goddesses was called Gaia. That's where we get the word geography, and she was a force of nature, and also came from previous civilizations in the Neolithic that were matrifocal, and where women apparently were sovereign of their own body and their own sexuality. Then it's a scientific concept that really emphasizes symbiosis as the impulse, the factor of evolution. Symbiosis, collaboration. And then, of course, it's a vernacular concept that really comes in neo-pagan spiritualities and many other spiritualities that resacralize nature and that bring back some forms of polytheism. So Gaia is the web of life on the third planet. It includes the biosphere, the atmosphere, and I want to add one more factor, the noosphere, which is really the field of mental energies, interconnected mental energies. And I propose that between mother and lover, we think about Gaia as a hostess. As a hostess. Okay. Very gentle and patient hostess. And so then we humans would be the guests. And of course all the other creatures are also guests. We are guests among guests. And that really brings us linked together, because our mother is also a hostess. Initially we live inside our mother's body, and at one point we get kicked out. And the lover is also like a hostess, someone who welcomes us in their lives, who holds the space of love for us, who acts as a resource of love for us. That's a lover. So then we can think of hosts and guests as ecosystems that are symbiotic with one another. I'm sure you've had guests who's overstayed their welcome, becoming a little more parasitic than symbiotic, to put it that way. So when, you know, between hosts and guests as ecosystems, we exchange energies and we rebalance. It's very wonderful to have guests and also to be a guest or to be hosting. We respect each other's balance, we enhance each other's balance, and we must not deplete each other too much. So what we want in our practices of sexual love is an ecosystemic balance. We want practices of love that respect, enhance the balance, the vitality of our personal ecosystems and our lovers, and our lovers' lovers, and so on and so forth around the planet. And so if we can generate that energy, then we have a whole Gaia system of this hospitality for love. So I've been thinking about